Hi, yes, I'm Josh. I'm the founder and CEO of Bulla. We're an influencing agency that work with content creators to create social strategy for brands and tourism boards.
Thank you very much for joining us here at Breaking Travel News today. We're here at World Travel Market.
Yes.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about your brand to start off with.
Yeah, so they vary there's quite a few of them that we're working with, from FMCG to tourism, which is why we're here today, because we're getting quite a few intakes now from not just airlines and everything, but actual tourism boards themselves, and how can they drive more tourism to the area they are.
And why do you think social media is such a great way of doing that?
Well, it's an always-on strategy, so it enables brands to kind of continue the messaging. Events such as this are great for the more B2B side, but the social strategy is how you can reach the consumers directly, and you can kind of push your own messaging and your own tone across it.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think it has an advantage over more traditional advertising?
There's that argument, isn't there? They're very different, but it's a more forward motion, I guess. We're noticing a lot more intake now, particularly from the bigger traditional TV advertisements. You can actually see more eyes on this, so you can actually track further. There are obviously the arguments between what our metrics you should be tracking, but a few of our latest campaigns we've been working with brands to actually do full funnel, and we can track actual checkout or registration to a newsletter or signing up process, so you can actually have a guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but an ROI on.
And there's something about peer marketing as well, perhaps.
Yeah, so you're working with actual communities. So our kind of approach for it is working directly with creators who have an interest already in that vertical. So let's say they're a travel creator in the UK, we can do more of a Visit Britain style, or if you're looking at a wider reach, we recently worked with Western Tourism Australia and sent UK creators to Australia to create content, and now they're coming back, clipping it all together and then publishing it on social channels for a more longer form partnership.
Do you think that's how young people are getting more of their content now?
Well, yeah, so TikTok itself is actually a bigger search engine than Google now in the 18 to 25 market in particular, and that it is kind of growing exponentially across all audiences as well. And everyone used to say that TikTok was only 18 to 25, now you've got 25 to 35, you've got the 35 to 50, and so on. And Instagram as well is great. It's always been an influencer, travel creator hotspot, because you get to actually envision that you are there, and it shows that everyone can go there, not just the elite of the elite, I guess, for the more expensive destinations.
That's great. And what do you think makes what you do unique?
Well, I think from a lot of our campaigns are co-created with the creators we're working with now. So instead of just saying we know exactly what they want, we're working with the actual creator to let the brand know this is what their audience are after. So that's a really unique perspective for it.
Definitely. And do you have a message for our viewers on Breaking Travel News at World Travel Market and beyond?
Yeah, I think if you aren't already exploring the opportunity for social, do jump on it. That might just be working with some really small creators yourself, or it might be working with the likes of massive agencies. There's no right way, but I think do tap your foot into it and explore, because there's an endless possibility and a wider reach compared to traditional methods.
And if they're interested, how can they reach you?
So you can either reach me on LinkedIn, or it's Joshua Roche, Roche, or joshua@bullaco.com. That's BULLACO.com.
Thank you very much for joining us here today.
No worries, thank you very much for having me.